So hello, Taylor here, and I have AJ. So today was a very interesting session because I did not plan to do what I did today. So what I did today was very similar to what we did 2 sessions prior. So 2 sessions prior with AJ, I worked on him remaining calm or offering me a little bit more calm behavior when I put on his harness. I noticed that he gets really extremely giddy when you try to touch him. So giddy where I think that he actually finds certain touching to be a little aversive. So he kind of expresses that and like, oh, I'm gonna spin, I'm gonna nip you, I'm going to lick your hand over and over again until you stop or stuff like that. And we often say whenever a dog is giving you that playful behavior when you're touching them, it's not always play. It may seem like play for AJ, but to me as a trainer, I think of it as, okay, clearly you don't want me touching you, or clearly you are too overstimulated when I touch you. So the problem I ran into today was that I tried to walk him. I felt like we did this one time. Maybe he understands what I want from him now because we did it one time. Oh no! When I came in today, AJ was giving him. He was whining his crate. When he came out, he was his normal a lot. And then I tried to put the harness on him. I brought him up here, and he was just all over the place. And whenever I feel as if I can't do something or there's a problem, I want to go ahead and work on it because this behavior that he was showing me, the spinning, the laying down, something like that, I'm gonna be giddy when you try to put my harness on. This behavior translates to the walk. If I'm right here and he's jumping and nipping at me, giving me all this behavior when I just try to put the harness on, when the harness is finally on after wrangling him and the leash is on, how do you think his behavior is going to be outdoors? It's probably going to be a lot and really crazy behavior that I don't want to cultivate that before the walk. So he has walked in the backyard. He did great a few sessions ago walking in the backyard. I was able to put the harness on, but today wasn't one of those days. So, and if he's going to give us those days where he's just so like this, then it's probably going to be a norm for his behavior. And I don't want that to be a norm for you. So, keep going for my stuff. So, break it down. Thank you. Good boy. Break it down what I did. So the first thing you notice is I'm actually working at the front door again because he needs more exposure working at this front door because this is where the walk begins. Second, you will notice that I have a protocol. When I stand on the different color, that portion right there, that green, the design portion of the living room, before the door, you should sit in front of me. That's my protocol. I say assume the position. So he has to sit in front of me, and he knows that I'm going to touch him. There's a little bit of cooperative care involved too. Cooperative care is when you have the dog more involved with their care. So I'm not really caring for him right now, but it's very similar concepts. Once you sit on this spot, the care begins. The care being, I may approach on the side of your head with a leash or a harness, or I may approach with both hands and lean over you. And you're gonna see me break down this for AJ, really breaking down what I want him to do, which is stay still, not lick my hands, not nudge my hands, just leave my hands alone, let them do their job. I'm also trying to desensitize my hands coming towards him over his head and things like that. Like I said, I suspect that he does not like to be touched sometimes. At the same time, he may like to be touched too much, overstimulated by it. It may be both. That being said, I want to cultivate more calm feelings. It's more than just training the dog to be still. It's more of, it's that too, but also desensitizing what they are overstimulated by, which is hands doing this and teaching him how to stay still. I hope all of that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you what I mean. His harness, the freedom no pull, it is broken. He chewed off one part, so this actually made it more difficult for me to take it off, and he has to stay still while I deal with the broken mechanism. And he did a really good job a few minutes ago, but he's had a break, so we'll see how good or not good he does. That being said, I show better than I tell. I'm really excited to show you this, because I thought this is really important before the walk. I thought this is going to really help your walks with AJ. And it's be interesting to see them both together doing this, because when Gus is around, this is going to be way harder. But that being said, we're gonna start somewhere. We're going to start here, okay? All right. So, it's already pretty ramped up, because I gave him a quick break. AJ is so literal. I have to put this place. I have another video But I decided not to go with that one because he was jumping. I was like, okay, good, I can't talk to the camera. So I got his place out. That being said, let me go back to what we're actually talking about today. Come here. Hey. Okay, waiting on you, sir. We gotta get started. Up. Okay, I'm gonna help you out. You're not quite there yet with your stationary behaviors. Okay, that's out the way. That's out the way. All right. So I'm gonna have this, but I'm gonna approach him with this first. This right here, leash and harness right there, ready to go. I'm gonna stand right here. Assume the position. You did that. That was me. So what I first started doing was what I did last video, which will be uploaded soon. The treats. AJ, I think they're all gone, sir. Give him a second. You ready, AJ? No? You still got treats in the ground? 10 hours later. I need to go to the place while I do this. I love that he knows that he's offering place so much. It's so great, but I'm not doing it right now. You ready, AJ? Good boy, yes. I am always trying to make sure he takes treats calmly. I do not like him. I like my fingers. I hope you like your fingers too. I want to take my fingers off. All right, so the first thing I did was teaching him to be okay and not jump on me when I do this. Yes, because there's going to be a lot of leaning down when we put this harness on. A lot of leaning down, lots of hovering. It also, what most dogs find is confrontational. For him, he probably the same thing, but he also finds it as an invitation to jump. That's not the case. Yes. Did that a few times. Then I approach with my non-treat hand. The reason I'm saying is because when you do this with treats, he's going to be more interested and more distracted by the hand that was digging in that treat pouch or whatever treats you had. So start with the hand that's clean and then work your way to this hand, okay? Clean hand, yes. Yes. I'm going much faster than I did before. Yes, I was able to touch his martingale with one hand. Huge, because I was not able to do this months ago. This was unheard of months ago. Okay, this is my treat hand, so he's going to be more interested. He's going to be more interested in his hand. Yes. 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 I just switched to a higher value treat. Yes. Okay, did that a few times. I'm going to give him a quick break. This is for you, sir. All right. Assume the position. Good job. His eyes are on my pouch, so we want to hide a little bit better. Do that a few times. Then I'm going to act like I'm putting a harness on, which is going to be this. Before I do that, I'm going to approach with, approach with this. And then this. That's huge. Good boy. Good boy. Good. I know you're holding it in real good. He's very hilarious for how he tries to hold his emotions in for me, which is what I want. Just a little bit. All right, so now I'm going to do with a leash in hand. We're going to assume the position. Good boy. I've been trying to reinforce this sit. He's sliding a little bit. This is why a lot of dogs do not like sit all the time. I need him to sit though so I can put the harness on or stand. But for him, I prefer a sit because he is more likely to offer more calm behavior and actually become more calm with a sit versus him standing. Standing is a good, 4 paws on the floor is a good, and staying still with that is a good goal. But for now, I'm going to just hop on over to sit. So I have leash in one hand. I'm going to approach his neck with this actual leash. Make some noise with it. Good boy. Here I come. Yes. 2 hands. Because realistically, I may have to move this collar to get to the hook. Yes. Good boy. If this takes you more steps, meaning he keeps going for your hands and before this step, then take your time. Approach with the leash. Treat. Approach closer with the leash. Treat. 1 hand, clip, leash. 2 hands, approach. 2 hands, touch. 2 hands, clip. So really break it down. It sucks for me. Yes, good job. And free. Good job. You're real good with that. All right, now I'm going to do the hardest thing, which is the actual harness. Freedom no pull. I like to keep it like this so I can put it over the dog's head, and then I can go ahead and clip the rest of it as I go along. Yes. Gives a treat for remaining still when I put that over his head. Really good boy. And the hardest part for him was me actually going under. This was really hard, yes. He also confused that with down. So he's offering down all the time. I don't want down. And do not get frustrated with him with this process and do not fuss or correct him. He's just offering what he knows. So him laying down is an awesome behavior, but I don't need that right now, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to not get frustrated. I may just walk away if he offers the wrong thing and come right back and then try it again. So I'm going to do 1 hand again. See his tail, he's trying his best to hold it in. I'm not going too far because his tail is a really good measure for me of how far we can go for that moment. I'm not going to do 2 hands yet. Yes. I'm going to try 2 hands now. See how you want that? I don't want it down. Walk away. Try it again. It's the broken side. It's going to take a little longer. Yes. Good. This is really hard for him early. He loves faces. He loves my face. He loves my treats. He's going to put his hand. He got up, so nope, that's not it. Good boy. I don't want it down. We'll get an easy win. Easy win means something easy. Yes. So he can get rewarded. I don't want him to get too frustrated with this process. This is already pretty frustrated here, probably. Yes. But I'll make it less frustrating for him, of course. Again. Keep your head down. I got the strap, and it is yes. Good boy. Good job. Good job. Good job. Excellent job. So he did a really good job with that. I'm really proud of his progress. That video is really long. Oh my goodness. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really awesome seeing him work through it and see the progress that we have. I want to do it one more time, but I'm going to speed this up so the video doesn't get too long. And now I'm taking it off.